What's good, family? Smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell so it's all kicking off right now on social media. Listen, I gotta say off the rip, I don't know where these mans have been at yet, but this is exactly what I like to see. Your man the YB's nips are tingling right now. Yeah? I don't know where Errol Spence got all this energy for, but I'm here for all of it. You best believe it too. Errol Spence should have been doing this kind of stuff from way back when. He'd be much bigger now, but listen, like I said, I'm just grateful. This is the biggest fight at 147 really in the last few decades, because Mayweather and Pacquiao happened 5 years too late. So I'm going to be real. Competitively speaking, Spence versus Crawford, we haven't seen that kind of fight really in them 147 and below. I'm trying to tell me a fight that's been as competitive as that. In fact, I'm thinking in general, in the last few decades, name me a fight of Crawford versus Spence in terms of competitiveness. I don't think there is one that comes to mind. There really ain't. So I'm glad that Spence is, because a lot of the time for big fights, I mean, Errol Spence wasn't known as someone aggressive vocally anyway. So a lot of times people go into their shells. Oh, it's a big fight. Let me just kind of pipe down and focus on my craft. That's what normally happens. But I don't know what's got into Errol Spence's... Or tell a lie. I think I know what it is. I think it's the fact that I think Errol Spence, is gassed off his last performance. I think that's what it is. I think Errol Spence right now is feeling himself. Yeah, them last two performances, Sean Porter fight, that he weren't feeling himself because it was dead. Yeah, from his point of view. Danny Garcia fight, he wasn't feeling himself. That fight against Ugas, your Dennis Bumgus, he feeling himself right now. He's feeling on top. Now, we're gonna see how it plays out. But either way, I rate this. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. Let's get to the smoke then. So, out of nowhere, bear in mind, this wasn't a response. Errol Spence, is just sitting there in the cut, plotting. Yeah, plotting on Crawford right now. It's mad. Oh, it's super mad. It's super duper bad right now. Anyway, so, like I said, Errol Spence, for whatever reason, on a Saturday night, was sat posted in the cut, plotting. Yeah, you best believe it as well. He was plotting on your man's Crawford and his whole team. So out of nowhere, Errol Spence posts a picture of Bomac's professional record. Now, looking at Bomac, I ain't gonna lie, big bulbous have an ass Nick. Yeah, big bulbous Nick. I never knew he boxed. I thought, bear in mind as well, in the USA, they have a lot of eating competitions. I thought he was a world champion eating competition. And then one's there, 50 hot dogs in 1 minute, one of them ones. That's what I thought Bomac was doing. So to find out he was a boxer, well, having seen his record, I'm not sure you can really call him a boxer. But anyway, like I said, Errol Spence on a Saturday night was sat in the cut plotting and found and posted Terence Crawford's trainer's resume, box rec resume, and the resume is kind of peak. And Errol Spence made it clear. He said, listen, he posted a picture, the snapshot, and said, this bum ass Nick, yeah, and you can see there, I mean, Bomac, yeah, Bomac McIntyre, aka Chinmac. No Chinmac. From now on, I don't want to hear nothing about Bomac. His name is No Chinmac, yeah? No Chinmac. No Chinmac. Because look, he got TKO'd in his last fight. He got KO'd before that. He got TKO'd before that. He got KO'd before that. This guy got no chin. And bear in mind as well, the people who are murking him aren't world-class fighters. They're just any man's was smoking Bomac's pack. Now, it might be because, when you look at Bomac, he top-heavy. Yeah, like I said before, he a big bulbous Jabba the Hutt looking ass Nick. Yeah, so it's no doubt when you touch them big round Nicks, yeah, his blood pressure too high. So when you hit his bonds, he just kind of go all Jabba the Hutt. It's a bit like when you put salt on a snail. Yeah, I mean, Jabba the Hutt all bubbling up looking ass. That's what happened. That's what I'm hearing happen. Too much high blood pressure for Bomac. He can't hold a shot. Yeah. Anyway, so you saw that Errol Spence put that out. Terence Crawford clapped back and said, and posted his own resume and said, look at that guy record though. That's the only one who gon' beat your ass in real life, not the guy you posted for likes. Errol Spence came through, not gonna lie. 38-1 is still a great record. So Errol Spence, I can't lie to you, Errol Spence is quicker here. Terence Crawford a bit, I don't know, he got that Omaha slowness. He got that country bumpkin. Yeah, he got that kind of slowness about him. I'm just saying what it is. Because Crawford ain't bringing much fire to the table. Like for me personally, yeah. And this is why all these fighters need to hire the YB. Me personally, guess what I'd have been doing? I'd have been reposting the Errol Spence photo of when his eye got bust. Or when he pulled out from the Pacquiao fight, and I'd have been saying, listen, you best look after your eye, because I'm going to pop them. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. 100%. That's what I'll be doing now. I'll be saying, listen, just make sure your eyes are alright. Make sure you don't go missing again, like you did with Pacquiao. That's what I'll be saying right now. Yeah? 100%, but no doubt about it. I'll be saying, if I was Terence Crawford right now, yeah, I'll be saying two things. Number one, make sure you don't go driving your car too fast. And number two, make sure you know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't get boxed up in sparring again and get your eye all twist up. 100%. Anyway, so Errol Spence trolls him and says, not gonna lie, obviously once I give you a loss, you'll still have a great record. Terence Crawford comes through and basically concedes he's lost this argument and says, you're a comedian. Now I see you must be on that yak. I'm not sure what yak is, to be fair, but I don't know, is yak some sort of Omaha moonshine? I don't know, but and to be fair, Errol Spence is known to get a little too Timmy too turned up. That's the thing. Errol Spence, he does have that Adrian Broner-ness about him. He does like his liquor. Yeah, so who knows? Crawford might know that Errol Spence love his liquor. Yeah, he loved that Omaha moonshine. 100%. Anyway, Errol Spence clapped back and says, nah, we saving it. See what I mean? Errol Spence is too fast. I'm not sure what it is, but Crawford a little slow. Yeah, so Crawford just said, you're a comedian, and now I know you're off the yak. Yeah, Errol Spence comes back and says, nah, we're saving that A1 yak for after I beat your ass. But you know, ain't ish gonna be funny for you when that bell rings. See what I mean? Errol Spence is too on. I don't know who writing his tweets, because like I said, this seems odd to me. Because I've never seen Errol Spence. This is the thing. Maybe Errol had been drinking. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know, do you? Maybe Errol had been off that Henny. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me at all. But either way, his bars are fire. Terence Crawford comes back. Not at all. You're right. Because I'ma be too busy whooping on you. Then I'ma laugh when I see your facial expression. When you know you're getting your ass whooped, and there's nothing you or anybody can do to help you. Errol Spence, you got it. I'm not typing nothing else until it's a go. Well, listen, you heard my opinion at the start of this video. This is great for the fight. Yeah, it gets the blogs talking, it gets the energy going, and I mean, I don't know why these fighters. I understand that, yeah, you want to make sure the fights go first, but listen, in the meantime, the more of this stuff you do, the more money you put in your pocket. And to be fair to these two men, I think the fight is going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, my wick is gonna be so far down one of them two dons' neck, you won't believe it. But until then, I'll give everyone really the benefit of the doubt once. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, yeah, because this really is the first time when there's been no excuses. Now, if it don't happen this time, they're both getting a good wicking from the YB, 100%. But so until then, it'll be what it'll be. But what I'm saying is, commercially, assuming the fight happens, yeah, this is the biggest fight and the best, most competitive fight in the last 50 years, probably. Well, certainly in my generation, certainly the last 20 years. So on that basis, why not get the most out of it? This is what the fans want. People look at Conor McTapper. Conor McTapper was all lip. Yes, some of it was quite, or towards the end it was shit, but at the start, Conor McTapper had quite intellectual patter. Yeah, he wasn't just talking rubbish about "I'll shag your wife." It was to do with the fight game. He'd talk about I don't know. It was intellectual. It was intellectual. It was fight-intellectual banter. Yeah, and that's what got people excited. So end of the day, yeah, if you're going to be having the best fight in the last 20 years, at least on paper, why not get the most coin for it? How you get coin is building anticipation. The more you two go back and forth, the more viciousness that's behind it. No one wants to see two people who are friends. They just don't. I'm sorry. They don't want to watch that. They just don't. That's not what people want to watch. People want to see two arch enemies getting it. They want to see the teams going at it, ideally. Yeah, that's just what it is. I don't make the rules, I'm just telling you what they are. So this kind of stuff, keep it going. Yeah, and if I was Errol Spence, bearing in mind Crawford, I mean, I don't... The thing is, who is Crawford fought yet that's tried to get in his head? No one. So why not? You've got nothing to lose. Yeah? Nothing to lose at all. If I was Errol Spence, I'd keep on this. I'd keep doing this. I'd keep digging. Why not? What you can do? What's the worst that can happen? But yeah, I rate this. I like this. No doubt about it. 100%.